TitleMatchNetwork.com.
You also worked for AWF, I think, for a little bit. Do you think they ever had a shot, or do you think they were just an indie company that didn't have a chance?
Well, you know, the old expression goes, a mark and his money will soon part, and that's what happened to those guys. They were great guys. I think they invested maybe $3 million or $4 million, and they had Tito Santana and Sergeant Slaughter running it. They took good care of us. And, I mean, they tried to be a Vince McMahon company. They tried with not that kind of budget. They didn't have the budget. Now, here's an example of a mark. I mean, Paul Alperstein was one of the owners of the company. He had us go out to the NAPI convention, which, if anyone knows, it's TV shows, trying to sell TV shows to different networks. So he was trying to sell his AWF show to whatever network would come by and would be interested in it. Now, obviously, Vince McMahon and WWF, they've got a booth there, or they got a ring set up and everything. Now, we can't find Paul. Well, where's Paul Alperstein, one of the owners of the company, AWF? He's over there with Vince McMahon trying to get a picture and an autograph of Vince McMahon. So what the fuck does that tell you about the guy? You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I love him as a person, but as far as business goes, where was that company going? And on top of that, whenever we did TVs, and I don't know where they aired. I'd never seen them. I don't think I did. I don't know what network or wherever they are. I'm sure Tom Brandy's got all the tapes. He's probably selling at the gimmick tables. But what they would do is they couldn't get an audience. They would bring in extras. They would actually hire movie extras to come in and fill the seats up. Now, that's not how you do. I'm not Vince McMahon. I'm not Dixie Carter, I think, who owns TNA.
Yeah.
Right? I think she's a primary stockholder or whatever. She's owner. I'm not, but she's just money. You know, Jeff Jarrett and other people are there. But that's not how you run a wrestling business. You know, I don't know exactly how to run a wrestling business, but I know that's not how you run it. So AWF was good while it lasted, but like the UWF thing out of, I think that was out of New York.
Herb Abrams?
Yeah, Herb Abrams. And these guys are marks with money. And like I said, a mark and his money will soon part.
What about Tom Brandy? You just mentioned him. What are your thoughts on Tom?
Oh, Tom and I are good. We're friends. We're cool.
Right.
Tom and I are cool. He's a good individual. He's very aggressive. I mean, I'm really surprised that as well as he did it, that he had the opportunity to work for Vince, as did that Salvatore Sincere gimmick so good. I'm surprised he walked away from that, and I believe it was him that wanted to walk away from that. But he aggressively, he's probably working every weekend, sometimes maybe 3 times a weekend, you know, and he's got his tables, he sells his merchandise, and more power to him. I mean, we break his balls and kid around, you know, that he'd sell anything if he could, whatever he can, but you know what I'm talking about because you've been to shows with Tom on him. He must have 3 tables.
Yeah, I mean, he worked twice in one night. One of them.
Yeah, did he? Yeah, well, yeah. One he's got. I think he's got like 3 gimmicks. He's a Patriot. He's Salvatore Sincere. He's what was something we Tom Brandy, and at times I think he was Doink. I'm not sure. I think he was at one time, but he's no. I like Tom. I consider Tom to be a good friend.